Guys, back for this Friday slate. Have a nice 10-game slate tonight. Only had a 2-game slate on Thursday, but it worked out well for us. Put up a 284 by just completely game stacking the Dallas Clippers game. Could have been a lot higher had Wesley Matthews decided to show up and had I stuck with Montrezl Harrell instead of going to Barnes. But, I'll still take it. Made out in cash games and double ups. Luka Doncic is the real deal. Same with Gallinari. Both guys carried us. And also Lou Williams, fresh off an injury, looked amazing. So he was low owned as well. I have not said this for in a while, but if you want to join the team, you can visit the website dfsprocess.net. I will be lowering the price of the season long since we are, about a third of the way through it. But on to the slate. Once again, injury news. Nothing else is new on basketball. We have Davis is questionable. Mirotic is doubtful. Randall is going to be a game time decision. That is the main thing we have to watch for tomorrow. So right now I'm assuming that Randall and Davis are going to go. But, obviously anything can happen. So make sure you're paying attention to news because if Randall's out and Davis is in, Davis becomes the best play on the slate. But at point guard today, I like De'Aaron Fox at 7,500. Played him against OKC, put up 59. He's just been balling out this year, looking outstanding for a sophomore, shooting the ball really, really well, been racking up assists, has steal upside, and just been an all-around good player. Against the Grizzlies here, against Mike Conley, he's not going to garner too much ownership, I believe. These teams have already played twice against each other. Fox put up over 45. He's averaging over 45 against the Grizzlies this year. Playing at home in Sacramento, usually the home team will dictate the pace. The Kings, stacking the Kings game is always going to be profitable as they play with the fastest pace in the league. We saw what that happened against OKC. If you stacked up the OKC game the other day, you were winning a lot of money with Fox, Hield, George, Russell, Westbrook. All guys killed it. I think there's another spot where you can definitely stack it up, and it won't be as popular just because we see the Grizzlies on the other side. So I like Fox at 75. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, please be sure to drop a like on the video and subscribe if you have not already. I appreciate it. At shooting guard, I'm going to go with his teammate Buddy Hield. He's at 6,700. This is assuming that Bogdanovic and Shumpert are out, or if either one are out. I like Buddy Hield a lot. He's playing a ton of minutes here. He has ability to get up to 39 minutes with those injuries. If both guys are active, I might change things up because 67 is a pretty high price for Buddy Hield, but if those guys are out, that's pretty much a bargain because Hield shoots the ball a ton. He's going to take over 20 shots a game. 20 shots if those guys are out again. So I love Hield at 6,700. Another guy that has had success against the Grizzlies. He's another player that's been absolutely shooting the ball, shooting the lights out for the Kings. They've just have a couple of young players with Fox and Hield that are excellent shooters, and they're going to make a name for themselves for a long time. I like Hield at 6,700. Power forward, I like John Collins. He's at 7,800. He's been outstanding. Nobody really talks about John Collins, but he's another guy, sophomore, that's looking outstanding for the Hawks. He missed a large part of the early season due to injury, but since he's been back, he's been just straight up dominating. He's been dominating the glass, been dominating the paint, been getting a ton of dunks, ton of easy layups. Also has ability to stretch out to the three-point line. He was on the verge of having a monster game against the Wizards, but he picked up a bunch of fouls. He picked up like 3 fouls early. He picked up his third early in the second and then picked up his fourth early in the third. So he only saw 25 minutes. But if he, most of the time he's not going to foul that much. And when he stays out of foul trouble, he's seeing well over 30 minutes, averaging about 32, 33 in close games. Has the potential to get up to like 36. It's a great matchup against the Knicks. They struggle against power forwards, against centers. Cantor's is a bad defender. Vonleh's a bad defender. John Collins should absolutely eat here. I like him quite a bit at 78. Another Kings player that I like is Willie Cauley-Stein. He's just so cheap. His price keeps going down from like 67 to 64 to 59 to 57 now. I just love the price on him ever since Marvin Bagley is going to be out. His Willie Cauley-Stein's minutes are locked in. No one's going to really take his center minutes away unless he gets into foul trouble. He has a 40-point upside at 5,700, a guy that has that kind of upside. I'm going to take a chance with him Marc Gasol is a good defender as well, but another guy that has had a lot of success against the Grizzlies this year. All the Kings, this Kings Grizzlies team have gone off twice already this year. Cauley Stein is a much better player at home. It's just, he doesn't have to do much at that 5,700 price tag. He's just a great bargain. So I like him a lot at center. And going on to the other side of this game, give me Mike Conley, 7,900. He's been shooting the ball, pretty well. He's been shooting the ball a lot better lately. He's probable for a hamstring, hamstring. Should be able to go. He's had that probable tag for a while now, but he's been playing 37 minutes in 3 straight games. Plays a lot of minutes, has assist upside, average score's going to score 20 plus points. Rebounds, steal upside as well, especially in this fast-paced game. Has the potential to rack up a ton of steals here. It's another guy that should do well here against the Kings. Every team usually does well against the Kings because they play at such a fast pace. Even though the Grizzlies play at the slowest pace, the tempo is going to be a lot higher since they are playing on the road. And at 7,900, he's still, he's a little expensive, but I think it's just a great spot for him. He's definitely a lot cheaper than he was about like 2 weeks ago when he was 8,700. So I like that he's sub 8,000. And then finally, I'm going to finish it off with Jaren Jackson at 5,800. This is a great spot for Jaren Jackson. He always gets into foul trouble a lot of games, so that's always a concern. But if you're looking for a best spot for him, this might be it against the Kings. Another thing that's working in Jaren Jackson's favor is that his backup, JaMychal Green, is going to be a game-time decision. So if JaMychal Green's out, we could see Jaren Jackson finally push for like 35 minutes, assuming he can play that long without getting 6 fouls. But if he, just plays clean, just plays with his hands to himself, he could put up like 40 plus here. He's at a good price at just 5,800. So he's another guy that's done really well against the Kings, averaging 39 in 2 games. But he's also averaging 5.5 fouls. So, he has a chance to kill you, but he also has a chance to make you a lot of money. So, it's a little risky, but I think it's a decent spot with him. He's definitely, I think, worth the risk in this spot. So there you have it. Those are the picks I like. 10 games late, focusing on this Grizzlies-Kings game unless Randall is ruled out along with Mirotic. Then I'll be stacking probably the Pelicans game. But either way, I think the late night games are where it's at here with these 2 late night games. Have some early games that, are going to get some traction here. But that's all I got for you guys. Thanks for watching. Drop a like if you enjoyed. Good luck tonight.